Stop everything you're doing right now because the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has officially crossed into criminal territory and nothing will ever be the same again. Music. Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne are facing possible arrest after a violent midnight home invasion at Dorit Kemsley's mansion. That's right, Dorit has filed full criminal charges against both women for felony home invasion, assault, and battery. The once glamorous sisterhood has turned into a bloody battlefield, complete with broken glass, screams echoing through the night, and security footage so disturbing that even LAPD officers were left shocked. Babies, what started as leaked secret tapes has now exploded into a real-life crime scene. Sources say Kyle and Erika stormed Dorit's $6.5 million Encino mansion in a rage-fueled frenzy, screaming that the tapes destroyed their lives. What happened inside those walls was pure savagery, hair pulling, choking, furniture smashing, and blood on the marble floors. Neighbors called the police after hearing what sounded like someone fighting for their life. But here's what's making the entire Bravo universe panic. Dorit wasn't just a victim that night. She captured everything on hidden cameras and allegedly live-streamed parts of the attack to her lawyers. The evidence is undeniable. And according to fresh leaks, this violent attack may have had quiet approval from someone much higher up at Bravo. How did three women who once called each other sisters end up in this nightmare? Stick around because the full police report, the shocking injuries, and the next bombshell that could send Kyle and Erika straight to jail is about to drop. And trust me, you are not ready for what comes next. To truly understand how Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne ended up facing criminal charges for a violent home invasion, you have to go back to the rotten foundation of one of the most toxic friendships in Real Housewives history. Music. For nearly a decade, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne presented themselves as the unbreakable power trio of Beverly Hills, the glamorous sisters who defended each other at every reunion, vacationed on private jets, and controlled the narrative of the entire franchise. They smiled for the cameras, posted loving Instagram captions, and promised loyalty above everything. But behind the filtered perfection, a poisonous betrayal had been festering for years, and everyone with eyes could see it was headed for disaster. Dorit entered the show as the stylish British bombshell married to PK, desperate to prove she belonged in the Beverly Hills elite. She survived a terrifying armed home invasion in 2021 that left her emotionally shattered, then endured a brutal and very public divorce filled with leaked texts, financial humiliation, and accusations of reckless spending. Through her darkest moments, she believed Kyle and Erika were her real family. Kyle, the self-proclaimed queen of loyalty, had stood by Dorit for 10 seasons, crying with her, vacationing with her, and repeatedly promising she would always have her back. Erika, the fierce survivor who herself survived one of the biggest financial scandals in Housewives history, once bonded with Dorit over shared pain and trauma. Or at least that's what the world was made to believe. But insiders now reveal the cracks started appearing long ago. While Dorit was drowning in trauma after the robbery and begging for emotional support, Kyle was distracted by her own crumbling marriage to Mauricio and slowly began distancing herself. Erika, still bitter from her legal battles, started mocking Dorit behind her back, calling her "poor me," attitude exhausting, and her money stories shady. Passive-aggressive comments turned into icy silence. Group chats went dead. Luxury trips became war zones. Then came the jaw-dropping $287,000 revenge shopping spree, while Dorit's $6.5 million Encino mansion was on the verge of foreclosure. PK weaponized everything in court. The tabloids had a field day. And the two women Dorit trusted most? They went completely silent when she needed them the most. That abandonment didn't just hurt Dorit, it awakened a cold, calculating rage. Quietly, over 2 long years, she began secretly recording every private conversation, every nasty comment, and every backstabbing moment when the cameras were off. Music. Those tapes would later expose Kyle and Erika laughing about Dorit's trauma, admitting they leaked her financial documents to the press, and plotting to get her fired from the show. The sisterhood didn't just break, it exploded into all-out war. And that war was about to turn violently physical. But what no one expected was just how far Kyle and Erika would go when their careers and reputations were on the line. Now brace yourself, babies, because this is exactly where the Beverly Hills sisterhood turned into a blood-soaked nightmare. Music. Hours after Dorit dropped her final devastating secret tape, the one where Kyle and Erika were heard crying and begging for mercy, Kyle Richards and Erika Jane completely snapped. They didn't call their lawyers. They didn't schedule a PR meeting. Instead, at 11:47 p.m. on that fateful night, the two women got into a black SUV and drove straight to Dorit Kemsley's $6.5 million Encino mansion with pure rage in their hearts. According to multiple insiders with direct knowledge of the police report, Dorit was home alone when she heard aggressive banging on her front door. Before she could even reach for her phone, the door was forced open. Kyle and Erika stormed inside like wild animals, screaming at the top of their lungs, "You ruined our lives with those F*******ing tapes." Music. What followed was one of the most savage and disturbing scenes ever captured in reality television history. Kyle allegedly grabbed Dorit by her hair and slammed her against the cold marble wall. Erika joined in instantly, throwing a heavy crystal vase that shattered just inches from Dorit's face. Furniture was flipped. Expensive artwork was ripped off the walls. The three women were rolling on the floor, pulling hair, slapping, clawing, and screaming in pure hatred. Sources say Erika pinned Dorit down, choking her while yelling, "Delete those tapes or I swear I'll end you tonight." Kyle was screaming hysterically, "You think you can expose us and get away with it? We're going to make sure you never work again." Dorit fought back in terror, crying and begging them to stop as blood trickled from a cut above her eye. The sounds of breaking glass and violent screams were so loud that neighbors called the police at 12:38 a.m., terrified someone was being murdered inside the mansion. One neighbor later told investigators it sounded like absolute hell breaking loose. But here's what makes this attack even more chilling: it wasn't spontaneous. Leaked text messages obtained by our sources show that just 30 minutes before arriving, Erika wrote to Kyle, "We need to scare her so badly she never releases another tape again. Let's go now." Kyle's cold reply? A single message, "I'm ready." She deserves this. Music. The once glamorous British housewife was left terrified in her own home, screaming for help while two women she once called sisters unleashed years of buried resentment. This wasn't reality TV shade anymore. This was a full-blown violent crime. And just when you think this nightmare couldn't get any worse, comes the first major twist that changes everything. According to the leaked 11-minute security footage from Dorit's hidden cameras, the same ones she used to record their private conversations, this attack was premeditated in more ways than one. In the final seconds of the struggle, right before police arrived, Erika allegedly looked straight into one of the hidden cameras and screamed while holding Dorit by the throat, "You think those tapes are bad? Next time we won't stop at bruises." Kyle's voice is clearly heard in the background saying, "PK was right. You deserve to lose everything." Even more shocking, insiders claim that during the chaos Kyle allegedly mentioned, "Andy already knows. He told us to handle it however we need to." That single sentence has Bravo executives panicking because it suggests this violent home invasion may have had quiet approval from high up in the network. Dorit, bleeding and traumatized, didn't waste a single second. The moment police arrived and separated the women, she immediately filed criminal charges against both Kyle Richards and Erika Jane for felony home invasion, assault, battery, and criminal threats. She also filed a massive civil lawsuit demanding over $10 million in damages. The partially leaked security footage is now in the hands of the LAPD and has been described by officers as deeply disturbing. Dorit suffered a concussion, a busted lip, deep scratches across her neck and arms, and severe emotional trauma. Erika allegedly broke her wrist during the fight, but Dorit's team says it was pure self-defense. This violent explosion has turned the entire Real Housewives world upside down. But babies, even this horrifying attack isn't the end of the story, because what Dorit captured on her hidden body camera that night is about to make everything 10 times worse. But babies, Just when you thought this violent nightmare couldn't escalate any further, a second devastating twist has completely flipped the entire story upside down. Music. According to insiders with access to the full unedited 11-minute security footage, Dorit Kemsley wasn't just recording the attack for evidence. She was live-streaming parts of the brutal assault directly to her crisis manager and lawyers the second Kyle and Erika broke through her door. That means every slap, every choke, every scream was captured in crystal clear quality and immediately backed up in the cloud. This changes everything. Dorit now holds undeniable, time-stamped proof of the felony home invasion. Sources say the LAPD has already requested the complete footage, and prosecutors are reviewing it for possible felony charges that could carry serious jail time. But here's the part that has Kyle and Erika's legal teams in absolute panic in the final 22 seconds of the tape. After the physical fight had turned vicious, Erika allegedly pinned Dorit against the wall with her good hand and screamed with pure venom, "If you release anything else, next time we won't stop at bruises." Kyle's voice is heard clearly saying, "PK was right. You deserve to lose everything," right before kicking a shard of broken glass toward Dorit in a final act of rage. The footage is so graphic that even seasoned detectives reportedly went silent when they watched it. Within hours of the partial leak, the internet exploded like never before. Hashtag Kyle and Erika arrested shot to #1 worldwide on Twitter, racking up over 6.8 million posts in just 7 hours. Viral TikTok clips of the moment Erika allegedly grabs Dorit by the throat have crossed 52 million views overnight. One massive Twitter thread with 2.4 million views reads, "Kyle Richards, the loyalty queen, broke into Dorit's house, slammed her against a wall, and now wants sympathy? This is actual domestic violence. Arrest them immediately." TMZ, Daily Mail, and Page 6 are running nonstop coverage with headlines screaming, "Rob stars in violent felony assault." Major sponsors have already started contacting Bravo in panic, threatening to pull all funding. One anonymous network executive told insiders, "This isn't entertainment anymore. This is criminal behavior that could destroy the entire franchise." Even the rest of the cast is terrified. Garcelle Beauvais allegedly posted and then deleted a story saying this has gone way too far. No one should feel unsafe in their own home. Lisa Rinna went completely silent after a cryptic post that simply read, "Holy sh*T. Sutton Strake was reportedly seen crying, telling friends the footage made her physically ill. But hold on tight, because what's coming next is even darker. Insiders close to Dorit's legal team say she is still holding one final unreleased tape, recorded just days before the attack, that allegedly involves a powerful Bravo executive actively plotting against her. And that tape is scheduled to drop any moment now. The internet has officially lost its mind, babies. What happened at Dorit's mansion has become the biggest scandal in Real Housewives history, and the world is completely divided. Music. Within minutes of the security footage leaking, hashtag Kyle and Erika arrested and hashtag Justice for Dorit exploded to #1 trending worldwide on Twitter with over 8.4 million posts in under 12 hours. TikTok is flooded with slow-motion clips of the alleged throat grab and hair-pulling moments, racking up a shocking 67 million views overnight. The comment sections are pure war zones. One viral Twitter thread with 3.1 million views wrote, "Kyle Richards spent 12 seasons preaching loyalty and then broke into Dorit's house like a criminal? This is psychotic. Arrest both of them now." On the other side, furious Kyle and Erika supporters are fighting back hard. A Reddit post that gained 68,000 upvotes says, "Dorit provoked them for years with those secret recordings. She played with fire and got burned. Stop acting like she's innocent." The divide is brutal and deeply personal. Fans are choosing sides like it's a civil war. Team Dorit is calling Kyle and Erika violent abusers who deserve jail time, while Team Kyle and Erika claims Dorit is a calculated snake who pushed them to the edge. Inside the Housewives universe, the panic is even worse. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly texted multiple cast members saying, "This has gone way too far. I'm actually scared for everyone's safety." Sutton Strake was allegedly heard crying on a phone call, telling a friend the footage made her feel physically sick. Lisa Rinna deleted her Instagram after posting and removing a story that simply read, "This is terrifying." Even Teddy Mellencamp liked several posts demanding Kyle and Erika be fired immediately. But it's the industry reaction that has everyone truly terrified. Bravo executives are holding emergency meetings back-to-back. Multiple major sponsors have already threatened to pull their funding, calling the situation toxic and potentially criminal. One high-level anonymous executive told our sources, "We've never seen anything like this. This isn't fun drama anymore. This could actually end Real Housewives of Beverly Hills forever." Andy Cohen has gone completely radio silent, which insiders say means he is furious and in full damage control mode. A source close to him claims Andy told a colleague, "I never thought 3 women could destroy each other this viciously. This might be the end." Yet, even with all this chaos, the most terrifying question remains. The internet has officially lost its mind, babies. The violent home invasion at Dorit Kemsley's mansion has become the most explosive scandal in the entire history of Real Housewives, and the world is exploding in real time. Music, hashtag Kyle and Erika arrested and hashtag Justice for Dorit are trending #1 worldwide on Twitter with over 9.2 million posts in less than 12 hours. TikTok is drowning in slow-motion clips of the alleged choking, hair-pulling, and glass-smashing moments, already crossing a terrifying 74 million views overnight. The comment sections have turned into absolute battlegrounds. One viral Twitter thread with 3.7 million views declared, "Kyle Richards preached loyalty for 12 seasons and then broke into her sister's house and attacked her. This is straight-up domestic violence. Arrest them both immediately." Meanwhile, the other side is fighting viciously. A Reddit post that exploded to 82,000 upvotes claims, "Dorit spent 2 years secretly recording everyone like a psychopath. She pushed them too far. They're the real victims here." The fanbase is completely split. Team Dorit is screaming for justice and jail time, calling Kyle and Erika heartless abusers. Team Kyle and Erika is accusing Dorit of being a manipulative snake who got what she deserved. The hate and support are so intense that death threats are flying in both directions. Inside the Beverly Hills cast, the fear is palpable. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly sent frantic texts to multiple cast members saying, "This has gone way too far. I'm actually scared for all of us now." Sutton Strake was allegedly seen crying uncontrollably on a phone call, telling friends the leaked footage made her physically ill. Lisa Rinna deleted her entire Instagram story after posting a single line, "This is terrifying." Even Teddy Mellencamp liked multiple posts calling for Kyle and Erika to be removed from the show forever. But the real panic is happening behind closed doors at Bravo. Executives are in full-blown crisis mode, holding emergency meetings every hour. Major sponsors have already started threatening to pull millions in funding, saying the franchise has crossed from entertainment into criminal territory. One top anonymous executive told insiders, "This isn't fun Housewives drama anymore. This could actually end the entire Beverly Hills franchise for good." Andy Cohen has gone completely radio silent, a sign insiders say means he is both furious and terrified. A source close to him whispered, "He never imagined it would get this dark." Yet, even with all this chaos, the biggest bombshell is still waiting to drop. But babies, even with all the arrests, lawsuits, and millions of views, the real nightmare is far from over. According to a source deep inside Dorit's legal team who has heard the final unreleased recording, Dorit is sitting on one last nuclear tape, recorded just 3 days before the violent home invasion. This isn't another conversation between Kyle and Erika. This tape allegedly catches a very powerful Bravo executive in a private call with Kyle and Erika coldly discussing how to permanently destroy Dorit's career and silence her forever. In the chilling audio, the executive is reportedly heard saying, "Use the foreclosure story. Make her look completely unstable. If that $3 million book deal leaks, we'll bury her with it. Do whatever you need to do." Kyle and Erika's voices are clearly heard agreeing. Dorit's calm but ice-cold reply at the end of the tape is what has everyone terrified. "You all tried to erase me. Now watch me erase this entire franchise." Insiders claim this final tape is so damaging that if it drops in the next 24 to 48 hours, it won't just lead to Kyle and Erika's arrest, it could trigger the complete cancellation of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sponsors are already panicking. Lawyers are working overtime. And Bravo executives are reportedly holding an emergency board meeting tomorrow morning to decide whether to fire Kyle and Erika immediately before the tape leaks and destroys everything. Dorit is no longer the glamorous British housewife the world once knew. She has transformed into a cold, calculated revenge machine who has been preparing for this war for over 2 years. Sources close to her say she told her inner circle, "They came into my home and tried to destroy me. Now I'm going to destroy everything they love." The knives are out. The police are involved. The tapes are still rolling. And the next 48 hours will decide who survives this war and who gets completely destroyed. This story is spiraling into pure chaos, and it is nowhere near finished. What happens when that final tape drops? Will Kyle and Erika actually get arrested? Will Bravo pull the plug on the entire franchise? The answers are coming faster than anyone expected. Stay locked in, babies, because part 2 is going to be even darker, more dangerous, and more explosive than anything we've seen so far. Oh my god, babies. Can you even process what we just uncovered? Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne are facing possible arrest after brutally attacking Dorit Kemsley in her own home. Criminal charges have been filed, security footage is in police hands, and one final nuclear tape could burn the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise to the ground. This is the darkest, most disturbing chapter in Housewives history. Now I need to hear from you right now. Drop your hottest, most savage take in the comments below. I read every single one. Do you think Kyle and Erika should be arrested and thrown in jail for what they did? Or does Dorit deserve some of the blame for secretly recording everyone for 2 years? Was this violent home invasion pure self-defense or cold-blooded revenge? Should Bravo fire both Kyle and Erika immediately? And most importantly, if that final Bravo executive tape drops and proves the network was involved, should the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills be canceled forever? Type Team Dorit if you're standing with her after this terrifying attack. Type Team Kyle and Erika if you believe they were pushed too far. Be honest. Be brutal. The more controversial your comments, the faster this video spreads. If this story shocked you, smash that like button right now. Smash it even harder if you want to see Kyle and Erika face real consequences. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. This was only part 1. In part 2, I'm exposing the full unedited security footage details, what that final secret tape actually says, whether Kyle and Erika get arrested, Andy Cohen's emergency decision, and Dorit's next deadly move. The knives are out. The police are involved. The tapes are still rolling. And the next 48 hours will decide who survives this war. Turn on your notifications and stay dangerous. I'll see you in the next video. What's your verdict? Comment right now.